Hello, this is Dr. Kamani, licensed clinical psychologist, and I have decided to record a video that will be broadcast Sunday at 5 p.m. because Sunday at 5 p.m. used to be a moment that I dreaded when I was at a toxic job. So that was a dread of, oh my gosh, I got to go back to this job again. Okay. So if you're listening to this video, that may be you. You may be dreading going to your job tomorrow, okay? And you may be wondering, how do I get out of here? How can somebody or how can anything deliver me from this job? And I just wanted to share with you a quote that I heard today that really resonated with me. And as I reflected about my own journey, my own healing journey in relation to leaving a toxic job, I've talked in videos before about the healing journey and how difficult it was, and dealing with and confronting the fear that I had about leaving the toxic job. But I also want to say something that I really believe that me leaving that job and all the things that I went through to get me out, I feel like, as my therapist actually told me this quote, that it was a rescue mission from God. And I truly believe it was a rescue mission from God. I think that God was giving me so many signs that this was not the place for me anymore, that even though it used to be the place for me and that I used to really enjoy the work that I did and really appreciated my supervisors and things like that, it evolved into something that was harming me. And so the signs, and again, I talk to Black women a lot about pay attention to the signs that the job may be harming you. So, what are the physical, mental, spiritual signs that the job is harming you? So, again, please pay attention to that. So, I felt that God was like upping the ante, right? So, making it more and more and more difficult and saying to me, you got to get out of here. But I was not listening, I was not paying attention. And you may be watching this too, and God may be giving you signs, and you may be ignoring them too. So I'm asking you to please pay attention to the signs, okay? Is God trying to rescue you as well? And are you kind of ignoring what God is saying to you? I shared in my videos before too that all these different signs, but the final sign for me, and this is how I knew that God was rescuing me from that toxic place, was that I heard the voice of God while I was taking a shower say to me, if you go back to that job, it's a death sentence. And that day, I resigned immediately. Okay. So I again reflect on, my experiences there. And, within the past week or so, about four people from my former job have reached out to me asking me to please help them get out too, because it's horrible. It's worse than when I was there, which I find it hard to believe. But yeah, it's worse than what it was before, and asking me to leave. And when I have these calls and I'm trying to support the people I'm talking to and really validate their experiences, it it makes me remember how immobilized and how lost I felt for so long when those things were happening to me. And I had to take a moment again. I took a leave of absence because I needed to heal. I needed to get away from that place so that I could really hear and receive what direction God was leading me in. And even today, as I wake up, I ask God, please direct me in the direction you want me to go. So I'm asking you to really take a moment and again reflect on the signs that you may be experiencing that the job is harming you, that it's time to go, and also be open to listening to what your higher power, God, whatever you believe in, is telling you in terms of what direction is best for you, and what do you need to do to live the life that you want to live? Okay. So, just briefly, I want to share that with you again. Is God trying to save you from this job? Okay. Or the higher power, whatever you believe in. Okay. I also want to share that as Emery Archer and I are collaborating for a master class called Save Yourself, Channel Your Inner Harriet so that you can leave that toxic hostile job. with your sanity and your coins. So that information will be in the description section in terms of the early registration. So again, the masterclass with S. Emery Archer and I is called Save Yourself, Channel Your Inner Harriet, so that you can leave that toxic hustle job with your sanity and your coins. Okay, so again, the early registration information will be in the description section. Okay, so I just wanted to come on briefly and just share that with you. Okay, take care. Bye bye.